With that, we move to the second section of our council meeting today, which is about chanting. Okay. So every time we should discuss about chanting. So here are some of the tips. When japa is practiced, it is for the personal benefit of chanter. When kirtan is performed, it is for benefit of those who may hear. ये क्लियर होना चाहिए कंसेप्ट. लोग क्या करते हैं, चैंटिंग को दूसरे के लिए यूज करते, स्पेशली हम लोग जब ग्रुप में यात्रा में टेम्पल हॉल में चैंटिंग करते हैं ना, so people try to purify others while chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare. No, kirtan is for others, chanting is for the chanter. So जबरदस्ती का जोर से चैंटिंग करके चैंटिंग में दूसरों के प्यूरिफिकेशन के बारे में आपको नहीं सोचना. Chanting, we have to do it for ourselves. Haridas Thakur also, when he chanted 192 rounds, so that is 3 lakh holy names, 64 rounds, 1 lakh holy names, he used to chant so that he can hear. 1 lakh used to chant loud, very loud for others. 1 lakh used to chant in the form of 1 lakh used to chant in the mind. So 1 lakh softly, so that he can hear, 1 lakh in mind and 1 lakh in like the kirtan for us. So we also firstly 16 rounds for ourselves. Then we can do some kirtan for others. And while we are walking, when we cannot hold, we should try to chant the mind words. Now typical problems with H in Hare. Sometimes drop A. Sometimes sounds like a O in Lord. Ore. Okay. It should be actually like UH in Hari. Uska H should be like UH. And R in Hare, which is sometimes sounds like D. Or it should be like I in bit, or should be like, sometimes sounds like I. Hari. Hari nahi, Hare. Hari is Krishna. Hare is Radha. Hari Krishna. No. So see, some foreigner chants, it's a different thing. Indian should always say Hare. See, outside country, it's a different. They are chanting glorious. We are, and Hare, the second component should be chanted like AY as in Re. Way. Okay, so Hare. So हम लोग गड़बड़ क्या करते हैं? Hore, Hade, Hari. So it should be Hare. और वो रेगुलर होता है लोग. Even kirtan also I have seen on the streets when people Hade Krishna Hade. So Hade nahi hai wo Hare. Now K. K in Krishna sometimes sounds more like G in grip. Okay, and R is sometimes dropped. So Krishna, very regular Krishna. So many times R is dropped, so it becomes Krishna. Sometimes N is dropped. Krishna. N drop करने के बाद what happens? Krishna. So see, though the person who has written this, has thoughts, has observed so many people chanting and has written. So very common that we say Krishna. So we drop the R. Actually, R is very important. R, Akarshan, that R, the name of Krishna. So we drop. We say Krishna. Krishna. So, from tomorrow onwards, when we are chanting, we should be very clear in pronouncing Krishna. Especially, I'm talking only about Indian devotees, because we are born and brought up in this country. So we have no excuse. If somebody from Russia, from Australia, from America, they may do some, there is some variation, that's a completely different issue. But Indians, devotees, they so we cannot drop R or we should not drop N. And when we are chanting fast, it happens. And A in Krishna is sometimes run together with the next Hare. Krishna Hare, Krishna Vishnu Hare. So then, so A jo hai na, last ka A is chanted with next Hare by dropping H. Hare Krishna Hare, Re, 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 Re. We say Re, Re. So when I was reading this, I was laughing actually. Actually, I was thinking, yeah, so many times such a common thing people do in chanting, and therefore this article was, I think, by Krishna Rupa Mataji. I read. Ram, be careful not to call it Ram. And this Ram people, इसमें कीर्तन में बहुत करते हैं. And chanting also I have observed. So Rama. Okay. And Rama, you get a revving up of a motorbike effect. Motorbike चालू करके गिर and what happens is trying to chant very fast. Bike, when people ride a bike, so he says both Ram and Rama is okay. So at the end, you know what she has written? Result of poor pronunciation. This is how people chant. What she has written in that article, exactly this is how, try to chant above quickly and then you will recognize it. So this is the, I think, tip we should try to pronounce. Not, I'll post it, this recording on our group also, so that you can again listen. And very, very important tip which I found. Okay. So chanting in the beginning, you may be slow. Some people take 10 minutes in, then they come up to 7.5 minutes, and then some devotees do chant at a meter of 5 to 5.5. But we should not lose the clarity of the syllabus. Common chanting pitfalls. Prajalpa japa. Unnecessarily talking while. Why? Actually, when we chant, then and when we talk while chanting, the whole rhythm is gone. I was recently in Kashmir, so I used to make it a point, because on tour with children, with family, with extended family, close family members. So then we want to talk all about life, because only 1 year we don't meet after that. So then I used to make it a point. I used to get up at 2, 3, 4, finish 16 rounds at a stretch, so that afterwards in the day, and one thing I started following, I don't take dinner. When I don't take dinner, automatically I get up at 3. Then I take a vow not to touch the mobile till I chant all 16 rounds, chant till 5. Then I take a vow not to look at the mobile, do pranayama for 15-20 minutes. Still not to touch the mobile, do shavasana, because you have got up early, so you need to be fresh. And actually post chanting and after chanting, when you do shavasana, you do pranayama. So now physical exercise, mental exercise, both is done. And then after that, these two, physical and mental exercise, you do shavasana. It's so deep, I'm telling you. I have this very sensitive watch, so which shows that I have slept for 5 hours, 6 hours. Then after chanting, also before doing shavasana, I check, it shows 6 hours. And when I do shavasana, for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. It jumps from 6 hours to 9 hours. The body goes into such a state of relaxation that it feels, the watch also feels that he has slept almost for 2 hours. The heart rate goes down so low, the body relaxes so much. So actually there are three types of sleeps: deep sleep and light sleep. So if you have this kind of smartwatches and if you sync, so every day it will show you slept for 8 hours. Deep sleep was for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So that's deep sleep is actually what counts. So many times it happens in the day, sometimes we just sleep for 20 minutes and we become so fresh because it was a deep sleep. And sometimes we sleep in the night for hours and then we don't feel fresh. So our acharyas used to sleep for 2 hours, and the 2 hours used to be complete relax. So the 2 hours, when we sleep for 8-9 hours, then we get 2 hours of deep sleep. That 2 hours of deep sleep we get directly, and 2 hours is also sufficient. People talk about how our acharyas, should sustain. Because we think of so many things, we get dreams. Of course, our acharyas, those 2 hours also they used to be thinking of Krishna. But because we think of so much other sense gratification things, our problem that happens is those appear in our dreams, so we don't go into deep sleep. Now, what is dive bomb? Dive bomb is, dive bomb is when some bird is going like this. Suppose a kite, ghar, is going like this and it sees a dead rat. So suddenly the so dive bomb japa means suddenly that people sleep like a bird diving down. So अभी तक ऐसे था सर, तब तक कैसे? Then radar japa, constantly looking around. Then machine gun japa. Then shaking with the finger. Then jibber japa. Nobody understand what is it. Daydream japa. ये अपना सबसे common. Wandering mind, thinking of our schedule. Okay. So these are the japa tips for today.